Arise and shine. I want to thank you for giving me an opportunity to share with you a very important testimony that's had a huge effect on my life. And I think when you receive this testimony and see the point of it, it will touch you too. At least I hope it does. So here's what happened. Many years ago, my boys and I, we moved to a town. They were in their teens, and we didn't know anybody, and we just were getting to know the neighbors and everything. And so that one of those days, early days, I went outside and I just looked up to the heavens and I said, Lord, if there are any animals here that need food or care, anything in this area, bring them by this house and we'll take care of it, Lord. I'll be your hands-on vessel down here. I know you'll send the help, Lord, and we'll help these little critters. And oh my gosh, it became a steady parade of animals in my life. Cats with kittens and squirrels and raccoons and possums and dogs. It was just like they were parading through the neighborhood. And one day I was out for a walk and my neighbor said, Leslie, I love your 2 new kittens. And I said, well, I don't have any kittens. He goes, oh, I love them. They're beautiful. I love your new kittens. I said, I don't have any kittens. He said, turn around. And I turned around and there were 2 little kittens right behind me. One had a very, very injured eye. So I got it to the vet and got that taken care of. And it was just like the angel stork dropped those kittens behind me. I have no idea where they came from. But here is the point of this that I want to share with you. From that prayer, I learned that prayers do not have an expiration date. That's what I want you to get from this testimony. Prayers do not have an expiration date. That was prayed several decades ago. And then when I moved from that town back home to help with the care of my mother, I didn't think anything about it. I left down there where I had prayed the prayer. Well, when I moved back, it was a steady stream of animals started showing up in the neighborhood. First thing, when I was renovating a house, shows up a cat. I named it Happy because it seemed so happy to see me, so it was Happy Cat. That was cool. And for decades now, it has been a stream of animals and dogs and cats. And at this point, I take care of 21 cats. I did take care of, several years ago, 31. And I just take care of what comes in the yard. And I did have an exception a week ago. If you see my video about Fritz, Fritz was a different story. We do have a new kitty member named Fritz that I have taken care of. Some of them are in the house and most of them are outside. I have a kitty cottage that they can go into in the winter and be warm. But here's my point. Back to the point. That's an example of how prayers do not have an expiration date. I prayed that prayer 20-some years ago, and it has never stopped being answered. And that is a testimony the Lord has given me. And if that prayer doesn't have an expiration date, your prayers don't have an expiration date. If you're praying for a prodigal, if you're praying over an illness, if you're praying over finances, God hears every one of those prayers, and He has those prayers. He will answer those prayers in His time and in His season. And I have a few scriptures to back this up. So the first one I want to talk to you about is Matthew 21:22. Whatever you ask in prayer, you will receive if you have faith. There's the key. When I prayed that prayer, send any animals that need help or food, I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that that is what would happen. So I really wasn't surprised when they came. I believed it in faith. If there's something here in the neighborhood, it's going to know to come to this house. Another scripture is James 5:16. The prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. There you go. 1 John 5:15. And if we know that he hears us, and he does, whatever we ask, we know we will have whatever we ask of him. Now, he'll do it in his time and his season. It may not happen instantly, or it may happen instantly. But I am living proof that prayers do not have an expiration date. So I hope this video, with this crazy story of all of these animals, this constant parade of animals that's been in my life for many decades now, I believe fully came as a result of me offering to be a vessel for the Lord to use in some of his critter care. I've been able to bless many, many animals, and they've blessed me. And the Lord has always provided, and that's been an answered prayer. He has provided lots of cat chow and the things needed, and that in itself has just been glorious to see that if he gives you an assignment, if he does answer that prayer and it turns into an assignment, he will make sure he helps you see it through. I hope you've enjoyed this testimony. I hope it touches your heart. I hope whatever it is you're praying for, know those prayers, even from 30 years ago, haven't expired. And that also goes for the prayers people have prayed for you. They are still alive and active in heaven, and the Lord has each one in his precious hands. Thank you for letting me share this testimony with you. It's something that's really from my heart, and I hope it's blessed you. Have a great day.